Lent to me is an annual reminder that everything I have is a gift from God and an opportunity to realign my will to His. The story of Abraham binding his son Isaac, I think, is a perfect illustration of this. Today, Abraham's actions would be considered murderous and criminal. How crazy is it to act so outrageously contrary to our basic human instinct of protecting the people we love? And yet, we talk about Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his son as some kind of amazing display of faith in God. But isn't it unfair of us to think that God would ask us to prove our faith in Him through such a violent act? I feel like there's got to be another point to this story.
So during Lent, I'm in the middle of wedding planning, and it's pretty easy to get caught up in obsessing over perfect images from magazines and websites. And not only do they really give me unrealistic expectations about what my wedding's going to be about, but it kind of takes away from my genuine preparation for the sacrament. And the amount of time I spend searching for the perfect wedding dress or the newest favors, it really affects my connection to the world. So my relationships, my time management, and most importantly, my quality time spent in prayer with God. So through Lent, I've decided to read devotionals and scripture in place of wedding browsing, and I admit it's really, really hard. But I know that if I can resist this and obey God more fully, I will be more prepared to better overcome temptation and sin in my life.
The rite of election was this past Sunday, where basically people came in and confirmed that they wished to join the church and agreed to go through the services and classes offered to help them learn the practices and songs and Bible studies about the Catholic Church, so that at the end of Lent they can be fully recognized into the church. As a newly baptized and confirmed Catholic, I can tell you that joining the church can be a very nerve-wracking but very exciting experience. Going through the classes, learning all the Bible passages, learning songs, learning responses, can be very, very difficult to teach yourself all these things, but it can also be very rewarding. And so I think we can learn something from these new Christians as they enter into our church.
Lent is a reminder that everything we have is a gift from God, and it's an opportunity to align our wills to His, not out of obligation, but in loving response to the gift of life that He's given to each one of us.
Lent is hard. There's struggle, temptation, suffering, but Jesus didn't die so we would never have to suffer. He died to suffer with us.
We don't just say prayers or songs for no reason. Each thing, each song, each prayer is said for a reason. There's importance behind each one, and if you just recite them from memory every single time, you're not really asking yourself why. Why are we saying this prayer now? Why is this song important? What makes this Bible passage special on this day? And because of that, I think we need to stop and, like new Christians, start learning again. Learn why we're saying these songs on this day. Learn why we're saying these prayers, why we recite in this way.
I'm prepared to suffer for my sins and to focus on the selfless sacrifice that He gave for me. God gives us everything. He really, really is for us.